Alrighty guys, welcome back to another one. Today should be a real good one. I have some Swedish snus here that I actually imported from Sweden. Stuff's pretty cool. I have a big gulp coffee that's now watered down, sadly. But still, we're doing Hevi steel today. This is their 1.25 ounce load of BBs, 1500 FPS. Yeah, this is steel shot. These are Remington Halls. These are actually pretty cool. We have fired like half this box. They actually do kick fairly hard, especially out of a single shot. I don't know, I kind of like them. Side of the box, back of the box, you can see how they sort of have it loaded. Now, as you guys know, whenever we open these up sometimes, what we find in the shell is not at all what's on the box, which is to be expected sometimes, but it's showing a orange hull. This is black. There's one discrepancy already. That doesn't matter though. Looks like we have a typical steel shot load here. Powder, non-tox wad, our shot, and then we have flaxseed biodegradable crimp spacer. Okay, that sounds pretty interesting. They use the flaxseed to take up the extra space. Other side of the box. Now this looks like we have our full range of steel shot loads that these come in. 10 gauge, 3.5 inch, number 2 shot, 1.75 ounce at 1350. That's a monster load right there. 1.75 ounce of steel. We've done that in 10 gauge before, hand loads, and they actually pattern really well. That's pretty cool. Bottom of the box, this ain't nothing special. Here's the other side of the box. The top is again our specs. 3 inch 12 gauge BB shot size, which is 180, 1.25 ounce. That's 547 grains. Rated at 1500 FPS. We've never chronoed one, but we have again shot like half this box for fun. I don't know, guys. I just like this. So here's what the shell looks like. Again, these are Remington Halls. I'm not sure if Remington still owns or operates with Hevi shot or Hevi steel in this case, but yeah, this is a Remington Hall. You can see the Remington primer. It is branded Hevi shot, not Remington, and we have a fairly decent crimp on it. Absolutely no taper at all, but it's not flared out, it's not belled out on top, so that's a plus. Yeah, this looks like a fairly typical Remington shell, to be honest. This is a steel base. It's brass plated, so you can call it high brass if you want to, but just keep in mind it's actually steel. Overall, a really nice looking shell. The only complaint I would have to make is it really needs a taper on it, in my opinion, for better feeding in pumps and semi-autos, but you know, for single shots, doubles, triples, it doesn't matter. I just like to see tapers. The taper isn't really important or anything like that. I like seeing it because it gives me the overall impression of a higher quality shell, if that makes sense. But yeah, we do have a nice crimp on it. I just grabbed one of these at random. Usually I pick the worst looking ones in the box. Well, this one actually looks pretty good, but I'm going to open this one up. And to do that, I'm just using my regular method, needle nose pliers to pop the crimp up, and then wire cutters after I dump the shot out to was that even on frame? I don't know. Flare the crimp out to be able to pull the wad. So I dumped the shot in here because I wanted you guys to be able to see it in detail and all of it. Our flaxseed is in there. Our shot is a little rusty. That's kind of disappointing to see, but it is round. Those are some huge pellets too. Again, this is BB 18 caliber. Yeah, it's just a little rusty, but if it wasn't rusty, it would look pretty good, to be honest. And if we look inside our wad, not really sure if you guys can see this, but if we look in the wad, you can actually see the rust in it. I'll pull that wad out and get you a better look. You can see the rust in the wad here. Guys, these were just on my ammo shelf. We only had them on the range once on a hot summer day. I bought them from the store and they've sitting on my shelf ever since. But here's what our wad actually looks like. Kind of reminds me of the TPS, to be honest, or if this was 10 gauge, the BPD-10 is actually more similar to the BPD-10. But nice thick pedals, decently rigid, this is a pretty good non-tox wad. Well, here's what the shot weighs. It is slightly less than 1.1 ounces. The box says 1.25 ounces, and you can clearly see this is not 1.25 ounces. That is including the flaxseed. I don't know, guys. We have found another Remington load that is not as advertised. It's again about 1/8 of an ounce shorter than what the box says, just like the nitro turkeys. For a charge, we have 40 grains of some mysterious ball powder. There you go, you can see it now. Looks like the same powder me and Josh use all the dang time, but it's probably not that powder. Here's what the inside of the shell looks like. We have a low yellow base wad. You can see it's a low base wad because the primer is sticking up quite a bit above the base wad, and it is straight wall. Everything is back in the wad, and guys, I think they should have ditched the flaxseed and actually put 1.25 ounces of shot in here. I hope you can hear me well, but yeah, they could have easily fit 1.25 ounces of shot in here and ditched the flaxseed, and it still would have came out fine. And here's what it looks like put back together. I just crimped it on my reload all. No special treatment, not doing the guyp, nothing like that. No overshot card, just exactly how it came out of the box. But there is the Hevi shot, Hevi steel, 12 gauge 3-inch BB, 1.25 ounces at 1500 FPS. This was pretty interesting. I do still like this shell, even though it's not 1.25 ounces. But still, they are a lot of fun to shoot and actually quite affordable. But that's going to end this one here, guys. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.